going. Top of your screen we have Lawso42 and duckfist facing off, and your Majesty and the Theseawolf at the bottom there. Should be an exciting race. All 4 players will be playing on the same seed. Just for clarification. In case this is your first time watching a randomizer match, the overworlds have been shuffled 1 through 7. So you see we're starting with World 2. The levels within each world are shuffled, and then the enemies within each stage are shuffled. So right now we have a, what is that, World 3 stage? Pretty straightforward, just a little bit of platforming. The Lawso finishing up first, moving on to stage 2. Now along with world order shuffle, enemies, and levels, you've also got mushroom houses, Cooper Brothers are shuffled, their rewards are shuffled. You got the end card game after reaching 80,000 points. Those rewards will be shuffled. Along with that, players will be looking to stock up on lives and power-ups early on. You never know what you're going to be facing. Got both Lawso and duckfist moving into, and your Majesty all moving into the fortress here. Duckfist the first to reach the pipe. Boom Boom still has 3 hit points. You can still take him down with 3 jumps, 5 fireballs, or a hammer if you have one. So you'll see players use a variety of strategies. See playing the roulette game to match up for lives, going after Hammer Brothers for items since those items are shuffled. Players are looking for hammers, which allow you to break rocks. They also allow you to break locks. They're normally unlocked through completing a fortress. That has potential to skip multiple stages, saving a lot of time. And same goes for clouds. Clouds are standard as well. Now there are 3 level pools. There are your standard levels, your fortresses, and your airships. And those are shuffled according to their pool. So you won't see a fortress stage on a standard level overworld marker. Included in the fortresses are the tank, the navy, and the air force. On duckfist's screen on the top right, we've got a hand stage. Those are shuffled into the standard stage pool. The reward you receive at the end is also shuffled. Here we got a music box. Normally it's a leaf, and it's different for each seed. So from now on, if we know we're gonna complete a hand stage, entering it, we know what the reward will be. The music box, another music box, used to put brothers to sleep. The plants on World 7. The pyramid is considered a standard stage, so that's those chainless chomps. Gave duckfist a bit of trouble. Lawso and duckfist are on the same stage. Your Majesty and the Theseawolf facing off, a couple stages apart. So if you just join, the top two are racing against each other, then the bottom 2 are racing against each other. All the same seed though. Also able to complete that stage moving on Hammer Brother. The hammer, very important item, like I said, potential to skip multiple stages depending on which world it's used in. And also moving on to the first airship, which is the World 1 airship. Airships are shuffled. You'll notice the autoscroller has been removed. It's been disabled for the tournament. All but 2 autoscrollers have been disabled, including airships, making these stages really short. Now, Koopa Kid's HP and properties have been shuffled around as well. So you see that was 2 hits. Take down, who was that, Morton? And Lawso is the first to finish World 2 here, which is our first stage. So they all start at the same world. They're all in the same seats. They all experience the same stages. There'll be different enemy patterns, but same enemies on each stage and all that. Duckfist shortly behind. Now, power-ups within blocks shuffled as well. I see a star here in the airship, which you would normally never see. It doesn't defeat the Koopa Kid in one hit, but it does prevent you from taking damage. And we've got Lawso in World 3. Overworld pipes are shuffled. As we see right there, that pipe leads directly to the airship, making for a short World 3 here. See what Wendy has to offer. Looking for a fire kill because Wendy can have up to 5 hits, as can any other Koopa Kid. But each time you hit Wendy, she throws a lifesaver, and those will remain in the arena until she's defeated. Luckily, only 3 hit Wendy, and not too bad. As Lawso completes the second world, got Duckfist and the airship just shortly behind. Meanwhile, Theseawolf, Your Majesty are still in World 1, making their way through. Now here's a case where, even though autoscrollers have been disabled, one stage remains the same. And from what I've gathered, it just breaks the stage if the autoscrollers are. So in this case, it remains the same. Enemies have been shuffled though, so no fire chomp to worry about. If Lawso had a cloud, probably wanna use it to avoid playing this stage, but not having one just has to suffer through it. And Wendy takes down Duckfist with one of those deadly lifesavers. Using these peace speed strats, not something you can do normally in the game since the autoscroller prevents you from progressing, but able to pick up speed and get through these airships really quickly. Meanwhile, Lawso using that hammer in World 1, bypassing 3 stages. Trying to make quick work of this. This is actually the 3rd world in order, but it's World 1 map. That's how you want to look at it. Duckfist able to complete the airship, defeating Wendy, moving on World 1 as well. Couldn't quite see what Peach had, but check the inventory. Looks like Duckfist didn't pick up the hammer from from World 2. I'm gonna have to play these stages. These first 3 stages. And typically on the stage, 7-1, you'd want to have a... If you have Big Mario, you can clip through the door and end up right at the very end of the stage of bypassing this pipe section, indoor section. Here on the bottom, you see Majesty picking up the hammer, the Hammer Brother, while Seawolf facing off against Windy. Oh, there we go. Got the tracker working. Sorry about that, guys. Also making quick work of World 1, already at the airship. Who was that? Let me in World 1. I can never remember which Koopa kids, what their names are. They all look the same, for the most part, and I get them confused with the Super Mario World ones. Seawolf looking to take down Windy with a Fire Flower. By doing that, Windy doesn't throw out the extra rings, making it a bit easier to avoid them. If they're not there, it's pretty easy to avoid, right? Also, moving on to World 4, Ice World. Checking this first pipe. It's the right pipe. Fortunately, it's not. I can skip a few stages early on. Duckfist moving is in the World 1 fortress in World 1. No leaf though. On Lawso screen, you see this is an unused level, also called a lost level or hidden level. They are in the game's code, but unable to access them by normal means. But they've been added to the standard level here in the randomizer. Sorry, Don. Whenever 3 Koopa kids are green and they all have a similar haircut, it's tough to determine which. I know which one's Wendy. I know which one's Roy. I know which one is Morty, but the rest I can tell you. Duckfist making his way through the auto scroller. No cloud, no way to avoid it. Your Majesty looking up to take down Windy. One more hit should do it. Watch out for that lifesaver, that ring. Meanwhile, Lawso is making his way through the first fortress in World 6. Actually, no, this is standard stage. This is the standard stage. Even I forget. So the second tank, Navy, and the Air Force are in the fortress pool, but the first tank is in the standard level stage. Coin ships, players typically try to go for coin ships. It's another Hammer Brother stage. Auto scrollers off, so they're pretty quick. Take down 2 Hammer Bros to get an item. The rewards are shuffled. The same goes for the in-game. In-game, the magic card game, players usually go for early on. There's that Navy at the fortress. Playing the in-game, while it seems like it would be a waste of time, you can find some valuable items. Hammers, clouds, Hammer Brother suit. These items can help you progress, help bypass levels, and the Hammer Brothers suit you're looking for to hold on until Bowser at the end, make it for a quick fight. We got both our players at the bottom on this auto-scroller here in World 3, the grassland. Update the tracker there. Meanwhile, Duckfist clearing out World 3, moving on to 4, just shortly behind where Lawso is, making his way through the Navy. Now, with use of items like the hammer and Cloud being able to bypass levels, allows for some routing variants. And the same goes for just overworld options coming up on Lawso. You have the option between levels 5 and 6 here in World 6. Players may choose one. I mean, you gotta play one of them, and they don't like what they see, whether it's an auto-scroller or just a really difficult level, or they're having trouble with it, they can choose to go to choose the other option as well. So you may see some routing differences in that sense, along with using Cloud's hammers when available. Got a really close match between Your Majesty and the Theseawolf. Theseawolf using the Cloud there to bypass that stage for taking a death. So I believe, yeah, right there. Maybe? I was gonna say Duckfist may be moving on to try the other stage instead, but I'm not sure what happened. Oh, the Hammer Brothers are just shuffling around. They're not moving. There you go. Didn't take intentional death, but he's gonna use a P-Wing to fly over it. And Lawso moving through, what is this world? Stage 4, just a couple of stages ahead of Duckfist. So he'll have a choice on where to go next. Theseawolf moving his way to the World 3 airship. And Your Majesty right behind him after this Hammer Brother. Also picking up a Cloud. Have an option to use that at some point. You definitely don't want to hold on to your items too long. I mean, you want to use your items. You don't want to get to World 8. Unused hammers and Clouds, or any item for that case. If it's going to help you get through levels and save time, might as well use them, right? And the stage that Lawso's in, another stage where you can clip through the door. If you're big Mario. A small Mario, it's only possible. I don't think it's humanly possible, I should say, but. So both Your Majesty and the Theseawolf clearing up World 3, moving on. Really close match here. Both of these matches are really close, really. And with Lawso playing the stage normally, this is an opportunity for Duckfist to make up some time. Now, Duckfist is playing the match game, and I've heard some players using notes like while playing these games, and just to keep track of what's been flipped over. It's not against the rules. Nobody said otherwise, so might as well take advantage of that if you can. Good use of the star there by Lawso. It's a really tough combination with small Mario, shallow water, double fire bro. Gets another star out of it. See Duckfist moving into stage 5 here, following the same path as Lawso. Looks like he's gonna play it out as well, unable to clip as well as Small Mario. And Your Majesty only a few seconds, or about 20 seconds behind Theseawolf. Lawso on your top left, moving into the second fortress here in World 6, which is the Air Force. Auto scroll has been removed. Makes this one a bit quicker. Still some tricky platforming if you're not used to it. And then able to get back to that platform using the tail. Also able to complete that fortress, which builds a bridge. And even though hammers break locks, they will not build bridges. Perhaps in a future update, but we'll see. As we continue here, Lawso into 8-2, opting to take the sand, get part of the stage. It's only slightly slower, but you avoid the music blocks and some piranha plants. So maybe a bit slower, but definitely the safer route. And grabbing a 3-star match for 5-up, not a bad choice. Never want to be in a situation where you're late into a world and low on lives with the potential for gaming over. You have to go back and replay all the stages besides the forts again, wasting quite a bit of time. Duckfist making his way through the Air Force as Lawso is entering the 3rd fortress in World 6. Now, doors within stages are not been suggested, so maybe that'll be in a future update. That would make quite a mess of this stage. So many doors to go through. Just missing the clip there going through that door. If you enter that door on the right side, see if you'll do it. Yeah, like that. You can clip right through the wall. If you're unable to make to the far door, which would lead to that door above you in this area, you can enter that first door off to the right a bit, like halfway through, and you'll just clip through the wall and make your way through. Theseawolf going for the clip. Gets it with the Tanuki suit. It's a bit tougher with Tanuki suit over just Fire Mario or Big Mario, since the timing is a bit different. Nicely done there. But Your Majesty encountering those fire bros in the shallow water using that star. Got Lawso in the World 4 airship now, or his 4th ship, I should say. One hit. That was one hit. Quick work of that Koopa Kid. That was Lemmy, by the way. He's got the bouncy ball. Theseawolf having some trouble with this. He can't move. Yep. The Hammer Bro got him locked in. Gotta continue to fight him. And that's a tough combination. Oh man. Oh. Yeah, nothing can really do there. Not given a chance to use an item to power up for that fight, and fortunately game over there. And Lawso finishes up World 4 onto Vanilla World 5, at least in position. Duckfist completing that fortress, heading into the airship, while also entering another hand stage, picking up another cloud. And that was unfortunate for Theseawolf. Just got locked in the Hammer Brother, and that's the worst combination. Small Mario, shallow water, double hammer, double fire bro. Did he use... I'm trying to think what he used. I think he used the cloud to bypass, didn't he? To bypass the stage. And then, yeah, he couldn't quite make it to the second fortress, so he could get to that bridge. I'm gonna have to go back and replay some of these stages. Duckfist heading into World 5. I believe that was couldn't tell if that was a Snooki suit or an anchor. Speaking of anchor, in the standard game, the anchor is used to hold down the airship if you happen to die in it, which can't happen since it's been disabled. Airships won't fly around the overworld map if you die in it. Instead, the anchor is used as a wild card, a joker, if you will. It's given a random power up for that scene, and typically has been proxy fan favorite, but it also has potential for any other item. I don't think it could be a hammer or a cloud, but it can be a music box or star or other power-ups. Here's another routing option for Lawso, taking it down the fortress, building that bridge. Now, World 5 here, this is the tower leading up to the sky area of the overworld. And this stage has to remain in its standard location. Since it doesn't end with a goal, it doesn't end with a hammer brother, it doesn't end with a boom boom, it ends with you entering a pipe and coming out the overworld. And it's the only way to access the upper part of World 5, so it remains in its standard location. So I believe Lawso has another hammer at it. If he does, he can use it to break this lock right here. He does not. Got two clouds but no hammers, so if he had a hammer, he could break that lock that was left and then bypass playing these three stages here, but fortunately he doesn't have one, he's going to have to play him out. And Duckfist just starting the tower really close behind. Your Majesty entering the third fortress here in World 4. Entering the airship after this. And Theseawolf trailing behind after that game over, trying to make up for lost time there. Now, if you're interested in this, interested in playing this for yourself, you can type in !SMB3, and there'll be a variety of links, including one that downloading and playing the randomizer yourself, as well as information about the tournament. So be sure to check that out if you're interested. Lawso making his way through this unused level as well. Or right now, there are 8 unused levels that have been re-added to the standard. It's a good question, Snorkel. The whistle has been removed from the tournament settings. It is still an option in the randomizer, but for the tournament, warp whistles have been disabled. Since players are, the goal is to play all 8 worlds. And disabling the warp whistle just allows you from picking it up and additional items instead, and not having an inventory item that you may accidentally use. So it is still available in the randomizer, just for the tournament disabled. It's a great question. See Duckfist playing the in-card game. Looks like he's been taking notes. So nothing wrong with that. Makes quite a few matches there. See what he picked up later. Duckfist only about a stage and a half behind right now. Making up some ground, that's for sure. Also narrowly avoiding that Koopa. That there could be an enemy there that can just sit there and block that pipe. Trying to keep you from completing that stage. See your Majesty moving onto the airship. Here in World 4. Theseawolf just able to make that jump over that gap. I'm also having some trouble getting that star, and that Cheep's not helping it. Just able to get past it. Narrowly avoiding that. I gotta watch out for that blooper. Yep. See if he uses a cloud, bypasses that. So that's a longer stage. It can be really tough, just given the enemies in the underwater section. Using a P-wing just in case. And is awarded a cloud. Duckfist going with frog strats. It's gonna be tough on this stage. Almost fell there. Got Your Majesty finishing up the World 4. Finishing World 4 moving into 5. And got Lawso looking to finish up World 5 here. I believe Duckfist took a death. I was looking at the other screen, but I believe Duckfist took a death and decided to go with Small Mario for this. That's some tricky platforming. Frog, that's for sure. Got Roy. Roy's hitbox. And then the super jump. Also able to pull through though. And Duckfist moving into the stage that Lawso skipped. Got this Tanuki suit, so he'll be able to take 2 hits before dying. But still, I'm gonna try to hold on to that. Blooper's not having it. This section can be really tough, just given the enemies and then the piranha plants, especially if they're fire piranha plants. So World 6 is the giant land. No hammer, so you can't take out that block behind the fortress. Oh, huge. No, I was gonna bypass that with the cloud, but decides to go in. Now there are some wall clips that are possible in this stage that Lawso's in. Clip just into the wall, but with pewing, I don't think it's possible. It just prevents some backtracking if you're used to doing that. The wall clip, that is. You could wall clip right here, but using the tail is just as good. And using the pewing, yeah, this is a really good strategy. Using the pewing prevents that backtracking because you don't have to build a bridge that would normally be right here. It's a nice use of pewing and be able to hold on to it. Using wall clips is allowed. No wrong warp. It's a given. I don't think it's even. I don't know if it would work the same if you've entered that stage, but someone find out, let us know. But clipping through the wall is allowed. Nasty. Ooh, yeah, nasty piranha plant placement in those 5 pipes on the Lawso screen there. Got Duckfist entering World 6, play the end game. Again, he was forced to. He was gonna check the other pipe. No matches, gonna move on. No hammer, unable to break the lock as well. Yeah, these fire piranha plants. You gotta time their fireballs with your jumps pretty well, otherwise gonna keep taking damage. With 5 of them being there, or 4 of them I believe, in those 5 pipes, it makes a really short window for getting bypassing that section without taking damage. See Your Majesty moving up to the upper section of World 5 as the Theseawolf is entering, finishing up the airship and moving on to World 5 himself. Yeah, both players in the upper map. So if you're just joining us, there are 4-way race, 2 matches going on. It's Lawso42 against Duckfist, and oh no, I believe what just happened. He wanted to use a cloud, but he wasn't able to use it. Did he use another power up over it and disable it? I believe that's what happened. Yeah, Lawso42 and Duckfist are in a match. And then Your Majesty and the Theseawolf are in a match. 2 separate groups, 2 matches, all the same. So we'll see the same overworld layouts, the same level layout, or the same world layouts, the same. Mostly the same. Besides that's determined by just the random luck of enemies and power-ups and that kind of stuff. Lawso moving through the fortress here, unable to get to the door. Needs to pick up a leaf to be able to progress. This is one case where the power-ups and blocks you see are random, except for the ones in the big block. Those are your standard. Those are standard shuffle, like the rest, like the smaller. Which is good because in this case you need this to progress through the pipe, get through this fortress here. Duckfist is moving through this hidden or unused level. This one's pretty short. Upper section and the rare moving left in the Mario stage. There's one in the standard game, but added another one here with the unused stage. Lawso completes this fortress here in World 4, which is World 6, another unused level. Vertical swimming, 1 power up here on the left, and then swimming up these waterfalls nearly 30 years before Link does it in Breath of the Wild. As you see, no enemies there. Pretty short stage. Gotta manage your vertical swimming. Duckfist just a little over a stage behind. Lawso's got these Heron Brothers to deal with. Meanwhile, Theseawolf making up his way up to the tower, heading to the upper section of World 5. So, Theseawolf. Okay, let's see what happens. I thought Your Majesty had just used a hammer, but he was going back for the Hammer Brother. So he's got a couple stages ahead of him, unless Theseawolf has a hammer in which he could use break this block. Unfortunately, he doesn't. So the stage that Lawso is on is an auto-scroller as well. Auto-scrollers have been disabled besides the 2 that remain. Having a raccoon tail makes this stage a lot easier. Normally in the auto-scroller, the stage sort of guides you up and down and then to the right on where to go and platform spawn as intended and are much easier to traverse. With the auto-scroller disabled, it makes for some blind jumps if you're not used to that. But having the raccoon tail makes those jumps a bit easier. See Duckfist following the same path. Also, you get using the statue to fall just a little bit faster than normal. Standard star here, looking to take down Boom Boom with a star kill. Just gets it. So we've got 2 really close matches. So the top 2 are racing and then the bottom 2 are racing. Very close right here. Just top screen, just a stage difference. The bottom screen, just a couple stages. Make up the difference between these 2 sets of races going on right now. Duckfist trying to get that star. He's going back and got the other one. See if he has enough time. Nope, not gonna have time, but grabs a mushroom instead. Also taking down Iggy. Earthquake, and I think that was 3 hits. So along with Koopa Kid HP, the arena is also shuffled in. That being the flat arena that we usually see Lemmy with the bouncing balls, but Iggy had it this time. Also into World 7. World 7 and Slot 7, so overworld pipes are shuffled, which can make this quite the pipe maze. The name was given even more so than normal. So the players are trying to find the pipe that leads, which is on the other side of, on the right side of the map, in the overworld, near stages 7 and 8. That'll lead you to the end, or there's another pipe that leads you to a lock. If you do have a hammer, you can break at that and progress. But I don't believe either player has a hammer, so they're looking for the other pipe. First pipe 3, and so World 7. Always want to check that one first. Just leads to a mushroom house. Painless Chomp and the Goomba combination. Your Majesty moving on to Giant Land, World 6 here. Lawso is going to be able to pick up another cloud with this hand stage. No, it's music. Cloud. Am I getting it mixed up? Was there a cloud earlier? No, okay, it's music box. I thought it was cloud. Must have been the match earlier that was a cloud. Ooh, also falling. Able to get onto that platform. Finds the right pipe though. Perhaps that was intentional to see which stage this was. But we got Duckfist and Lawso neck and neck now. We may see a lead change here, depending on who gets out of this stage first. That death looks like it cost Lawso a bit. Duckfist pulling into the lead, but not by much. Yeah, Duckfist and Lawso in the same stage now. Was that stage 1? Yeah, 1-1 with Painless Chomps again. Duckfist in the lead just by about 12 seconds or so. Maybe less than that. Theseawolf taking down Roy. I believe he'll be moving on World 6. If I've been keeping track of this correctly. It looks like Lawso just took... Nope. Okay, that was one pipe difference. Okay. Also, yeah, just one screen behind Duckfist though with the hammer kill on Boom Boom. Lawso looking for the fire kill. He uses a music box to bypass the plant. See if Lawso does the same. He does. Both in the airship. Also getting caught up by those cannonballs. Got, what was that, one hit Ludwig? And the double hammer throw. Nova's 2-hit Ludwig. Really close here in the top match. Meanwhile, Your Majesty continues his way through World 6, and Theseawolf just behind there. Both in the World 8. Routing could make the difference. Believe both have unused hammer, or not hammers, no, neither one have hammers. Both have unused clouds. We'll see where this first pipe leads. See, we'll be able to jump off that cheap last second there. Oh no, I believe Lawso does have a hammer. Fortunately died. Lost him a little time there. I believe Duckfist is going to use the cloud here. Yep. Only has the one cloud, but he does have a hammer. If that opportunity arises. Meanwhile, Your Majesty finishing up that fortress, World 6. Theseawolf a few stages behind. Stage 1. Duckfist with the... Not Duckfist, sorry, Lawso with the cliff, and Duckfist moving on to this pipe. Now this dark section of the overworld, looking to find... You got 3 pipes here. Or 4 pipes. Not including the one you came in from. So 2 chances here could lead to the exit. This last section. He's got a choice now. He can either play these stages or go back and play the fortress. With this auto-scroller being here in the hand stage, that's not what you want to see. Gonna die and hope to avoid it, or hope to just bypass it, but he only has 3 lives left. This may not work out. Always just get past the use of hewing. Now Lawso's gonna check these pipes, see where he goes. If he turns around, he's gonna turn around, play the fortress instead, and see where that leads. Because there's 2 pipes up here that could lead to the exit. Or no, he's got a cloud. Uses the cloud. Able to bypass the fortress and check this one. That's gonna lead him to the exit. This is where you want to be. Fortress right before Bowser's Castle. Duckfist doesn't know it, but he is going in the wrong direction. Your Majesty moving into the second fortress in World 6. While also finishing up that fortress. He's got a star and he's got a Hammer Brother suit. That's exactly what you want for Bowser. See if he goes for the clip. Goes for it. Misses it though. Doesn't save time. Yeah, unfortunately, Duckfist is not going to like what he sees when going through this pipe. Meanwhile, Lawso making his way through the last screen before Bowser. He uses the hammer. Duckfist uses the hammer on that, so he's going to be right there, but it's a little behind. I don't know if he had a cloud though, but he could have gone back and played the fortress. And Lawso is going to win his match. With a time of 53 minutes and 14 seconds. Duckfist shortly behind. Your Majesty finishing at World 6. Moving on to 7. Lawso, congratulations.
Oh, thank you. My heart's beating a little bit.
I could imagine.
Where is Duckfist at, by the way?
Duckfist is fighting Bowser.
Oh, good grief, dude.
He took the hand path while you clouded over.
Okay, yeah, like, and that was, I had a feeling that was gonna be what the race came down to after, like, when I hit that pipe, I knew it was either, like, when I hit the hands, I knew if one of us went the other way, like, yeah. Good
yeah,
grief,
you had
dude.
the lead for most of the match. Duckfist took the lead towards the end of World 7.
Yeah, World 7 was awful.
And then you took it back right when you made that decision to cloud over the fortress and onto Bowser.
Yeah, good dude.
Great match, really close. You guys were within a level of each other the entire time until the end there.
How many? I want to know how many. Did he find any hammers? Like,
I believe you guys use the same hammer,
the same hammer in one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate starting out, like, 2 and 7 are the two that I hate to have World 1 because, like, my favorite thing in World 2 is to just blow 2 hammers, kill the lock, kill the rock, and then, like, get out of there.
That's always so satisfying.
Also, shoutouts to the World 2 Hammer Bros having a music box and a hammer. Nice randomizer, Fred.
Hey, not everything can be random.
They were the same bros too. That was the funny part.
So, this is your second match, third match?
Yeah, this is my second match.
Okay.
USB
second
steering.
win.
Yeah, a USB steering wheel I think is the only one I haven't played against, and I haven't been able to get a hold of him, or her. I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So, we'll see how that goes.
With 2 wins, you're in a pretty good position.
Yeah, I mean that should mean I make it out of groups, right? 2 wins.
Depends on how the other ones play out, but you're in a pretty good position.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's true. Not sure how tiebreakers and everything work, but yeah.
If there can be a 3-way tie, and there's a playoff for that.
Okay, okay.
That's just a 1-game playoff between the 3 racers.
So. No, that was a crazy seed, like.
Yeah, very some tough level layouts, really stingy on hammers.
I also got a loss level that I've never seen before. The one with like 12 pipes that you can go down.
The upper section, and then
and then the water section. Yeah.
Okay.
I've never seen that stage. Like I was just like I'm running through that. Like what do I even do?
Luckily, they're pretty short.
Yeah.
For the most part. Unless you come across a auto-scroller.
Yeah, thankfully I did not see that one.
Didn't. That was another thing. Duckfist right into that at the hand stage, the first hand stage.
Ooh.
And died a few times in order to bypass it. Finally did, but that cost some time as well.
Yeah. I said, going into 8, I kind of figured, like, going into 8, I think I had 1 hammer and 2 clouds. I didn't actually realize I had 2 clouds, otherwise I would have skipped 8 too, as well. But yeah, I kind of figured it would be like because I fought I kind of went out of my way to fight a bro that had a hammer, and I was kind of hoping that, like, that Duckfist didn't fight that hammer, and, like, I'd find the magical...
Right.
The magical hammer spot in 8. Or 7, for that matter.
Yeah, luckily in 7, didn't have to play just one or 2 stages in 7? Before finding the... I think it was just 1 before finding the... It was... 7-1?
Yeah, it was 7-1, and then it was the second pipe. No, you had to do 7-2, because it dropped you off between 7-2 and the top 2 pipes.
Okay. Yeah, really short World 7.
Incredibly short World 3. That was like Miracle Pipe right to the to the castle, which is always like that's the best. So I've been asking this every time. What's your experience with Super Mario Bros. 3 in general? It was my second speed game.
Okay. So you know it pretty well.
Yeah, and I mean I've been playing it since I was 2. Like
Nice.
it's the first game I remember beating as a kid.
Very cool.
But yeah, I've got a fairly okay time with the video game. Depending on what category you're looking at.
What's your preferred category?
I've been doing a lot of Hundo recently because Hundo is the best category. It's you don't lose a minute at the end of your run for just, you know, getting unlucky, which is really nice.
Right. So we see Your Majesty entering World 8. Believe Seawolf is in World 7. Yeah. No, he's still in World 7.
No, I believe 7 was the last. 7 was the last world in.
Right. 7 was in its vanilla location.
Yeah.
And then 5 was as well.
So.
But the rest was all
yeah, Seawolf is still in 6, I believe.
Yeah.
I think it was 4, 7.
This is a tough pipe layout with these.
Oh, dude, this stage was not even remotely okay.
Able to despawn one of those though.
I stood here for a couple, I stood here for 3 cycles of fireballs before I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna lose my Tanuki suit. I don't care.
Pretty much have to take a damage boost through that, otherwise you're just gonna either miss a jump or spend so much time waiting on the right fireball pattern. And duckfist has declined. Sorry, duckfist has declined the interview, but nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. There were a lot of unchained chain chomps in this seed.
I noticed that. 1-1, and then a few other stages. 1-1 was I wouldn't say the big one, but
yeah,
you don't see that very often. But when you do, it's like.
Yeah, because there was one stage that had 4 of them in it, and it's just every time I'd start to get speed, it would just be like, oh, I spawned 2 more unchained chain chomps. I guess I'm gonna stop.
Yeah, even if you know where they're headed, so they move. Just something you're not used to seeing.
Yeah.
Don't know what exactly to do. I believe this is a stage, both Cloud 8. I think this is 8-1 that Your Majesty is going through. Is the one with the. Oh, that was 8-2.
Yeah.
That was the one with it had the tornado.
Yeah, that's the 2 desert level.
Yeah. Your Majesty counters the lock there. He's gonna see the hands coming up, probably turn back the other way and hit the fortress.
See if he makes the right choice.
He is. No Cloud. Fortunately, he's gonna have to play the super tank. Pretty short though. So any thoughts moving ahead in the tournament? If you do happen to play this match, I don't know if looking at it, doesn't seem like the last opponent has played a single match yet, so we'll have to see what happens there.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how that's gonna shake out. I don't know, I'm just gonna it's a randomizer,
right.
You just hold right and jump and hope
for the best.
and hope it's not a hot foot for once.
Your Majesty's finding the right pipe and will be heading onto the tank right before Bowser. Meanwhile, Seawolf was making his way to that unused level that
this
Lawso was talking about.
Yeah, this level, dude. Those
there could be some tough
blooper mamas, man.
Yeah.
Every underwater stage had at least one blooper mama that was just in the worst spot possible.
Yeah, what's that? I don't remember which one it is. Underwater.
3-5, the one with the jellyfish.
Yeah, and then no, the other one. It's got 5 pipes towards the end of the underwater section.
Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, that one can be really nasty as well.
Cause yeah, like I hit 3-5, and then I died at the end of 3-5 because there were like 2 blooper mamas, and my hitbox just grazed a jellyfish.
Your Majesty took a Hammer Brother suit into Bowser's castle, but lost it to the lasers. Trying to get this clip, but gets it. Gotta watch out for that boo above him now.
The most electrifying clip in sports entertainment. The People's Clip. Shoutouts to Nintendo Power.
Yeah. He, that donut block fell. See if he can jump back up there.
I don't think you can get back up.
You can make that jump. Really tough. You could also jump over to the other donut blocks, but decides to take the lower path instead.
Yeah.
Fortunately, got hit after picking up the fire flower, so he's gonna have to play Bowser the old-fashioned way. Got Seawolf making his way through this fortress in World 6, big world. Your Majesty's got nicked by that fireball. This section, the slower section, is a bit tougher. Smaller, shorter platforms and less room for error. And then the arena is a bit weird because everything's raised up one level.
But there's one less row of blocks at the bottom, I think.
I'm not sure.
Actually, no.
Because it's the same number, just they're all shifted up one.
Yeah, it is. It's the
really
same number.
Strange.
Huh. Guess that shows you how long it's been since I've seen this room.
Exactly. I rarely seen it.
This was the path I always went as a kid.
Really? Okay.
Just because like I saw the empty blocks at the bottom, so I just assumed it was like there were less blocks. I figured it would be easier.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, on this arena.
Yeah.
So in case you're wondering, Bowser's hitbox is only his head. That's why.
I think Your Majesty just finding that out.
Yeah. I don't know if he knew that, but he figured it out just then and was able to avoid taking damage from Bowser. And able to finish up here, winning his match with a time of 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 37 seconds. Come in.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and hop out of here. Thank you for
commentating. Sounds good. No problem. Congratulations on the win again.
Thank you.
Good luck on your next match, and
thank you. Have a good evening.
Fun. You too. So one match been completed. Also defeating Duckfist. Moving ahead 2-1. Duckfist 1-1 in his group. Your Majesty winning his match with the Theseawolf. As he continues, Theseawolf continues to make his way through World 6, big world here. Take a quick look at the groups. See where Your Majesty and the Theseawolf are. They're in Group A. Looks like this is the first match in their group that's been completed. But there's another match tonight. Your Majesty and Duke Firebird have a match tonight at 11 Eastern. We'll have Your Majesty here in a minute. Get his thoughts on the race. I must have missed it, Fox. Apologies there. The power-ups blocks those items. Most, I believe, should all be able to be obtainable. There are a few that are pretty tricky. One in particular is the Navy stage, right at the beginning. Don't think he was on that. I think, yeah, we're in our, I believe, our third week here. At least of the groups, SMB3 Randomizer Tournament, with the group stage expected to be finishing up here, the group stage end of the month. So another week and a half or so. Your Majesty, welcome.
Hello?
Welcome.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Congratulations. How was that scene?
The beginning, it's because the first dungeon, so I'm not sure what it's called, but the very first one, you can see.
I believe you're cutting out there. Can you repeat that?
Like I said, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
I had turned my speaker down on accident.
Okay. Yeah, can you repeat what you said? I believe you cut out there. About the first dungeon?
Yeah, the first dungeon was my least favorite dungeon. Oh, as you saw, I died the most in it. And that early in the game without items is really hard.
Is that still with the pipes and the pipes and lava? Really descriptive. Yeah, the piranha plants. I think it's World 7 Fortress 2. Is that correct?
I believe so.
I think so. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but as you can see, I died like 5 times in that level. Even played it safe, and I still died.
Yeah, that's really tough, especially with the enemy combination.
Honestly, the things that killed me were the fireballs, because I'm not sure if it's the randomizer or if I haven't played Super Mario Bros. 3 in a while.
Mm-hmm.
It seems that the invincible frames aren't as long.
That is correct. Yeah, they're not as long as you think they would be, especially if you played other Mario games. I think it varies based on if you're a small Mario or big Mario as well, but could be wrong about that.
No, I had assumed it was the randomizer itself that had shortened invisible frames, but I guess not. I guess it's just Mario 3.
Yeah. So this is your first match in the tournament. Is that correct?
First match. I have another match scheduled in about 30 minutes or so.
Okay. That's with Duke Firebird, I believe. We'll be on here on Speed Gaming as well. Speed Gaming 3, like.
I'm not entirely sure. I wanted to get all 3 of my races scheduled the same day, but I think the last person, Epic Bat Jelly or something like that, I haven't seen him. Like, seen him at all in the Discord or anything. Sent a message on challenge.
Right.
No word. So I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I've seen that with other groups as well. Unfortunately, players entering, not following through. But I mean, it happens, and adjust accordingly. We'll take care of that once it gets closer to the group stage. Hopefully get your match in. Hopefully shows up and get your matches in.
Yeah, so let's see. Do you know when the brackets start?
I know that the group stage will be finishing up. All group matches must be completed by February 20th. And bracket stage will begin March 2nd. So about 12 days to get your matches in for group stage, and then a few days after that, brackets will start.
This, I guess, is like the four-way, or I'm not sure what you will call this one, but we all play each other once.
Correct. And then the top two move on, I believe.
So let's say if I was to win my upcoming match, would I automatically move on, or will I still have to?
Not necessarily. There have been some three-way ties where players are 2-1, 3 players are 2-1. And if there's a three-way tie, then there's a playoff, a one-match playoff, and the winner of that move.
Let's see. Yeah, interesting. I didn't know there could be a three-way tie.
Yeah, we've had one. I believe it was earlier in the week. We had a three-way tie match. And the winner of that will be moving on. And that was on Tuesday. We had a three-way race on Tuesday.
Well, I came into the tournament just to have fun.
Sure.
And Super Mario Bros. 3 was one of my favorite Mario games. So I just decided to show some love and join it.
Nice.
I didn't really expect to win at all, or not get any wins or advance, but.
So I've been asking the other participants what your experience with Super Mario Bros. 3 is. Sounds like you've played it before. Do you speedrun it, or have you just played it for many years, like most of us?
Since the age of 2?
Wow.
So like 30 years or so. not every day, of course, but like
right. I know what you mean.
A few times a month, a year or so. But it's one of my childhood games that I grew up with.
Very cool. How much of the randomizer have you played?
Maybe 4 or 5 rounds.
Okay.
And the reason for that for me is that Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer can be pretty long.
Can be.
Yeah. I usually try to, unless I know what I'm getting myself into, I try to avoid long games. So
I understand that.
It's a bit of hit or miss for that in that regards.
Yeah, the time to play, the time can vary quite a bit with these. I know we've seen some players who are really familiar with it beat it in 35 minutes. The newer players take a few hours. It really just depends on the way the seed's laid out and your familiarity with the game and all that.
Like I said, I've been playing this game for years, so every level I've seen,
right?
Except the secret levels or the lost levels,
right?
Every other level I've seen the enemy sets and all that. But with the randomizer changing enemy spots, the removal of the automatic levels, or most of them, it makes it more challenging than it was without them.
Yeah, even though you may have played the game for years, there's enough difference in the randomizer that it does make it a challenge.
Yeah, definitely.
And it makes it different each time, and makes replayability even that much more fun.
Before I came into the Super Mario Bros. 3 randomizer, I was in the Zelda randomizer.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm not new to randomizer itself. So I've been playing randomizers for a long time.
The Zelda 1 randomizer, or Zelda 2?
Zelda 1.
Okay.
I kind of suck at Zelda 2, so I stay away from it.
So, which would you prefer, Zelda 1 Randomizer or Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer?
But
I think you cut out there. What was that?
I play them both.
Okay.
But is easier to pick up for just about anybody. Whereas Mario Bros. 3, it has like I don't want to say a learning curve, but I would say it's harder to get better at versus Zelda. Speedrun or playing sense. I would say they're equally as fun, at least to me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing you played a lot of Zelda 1 as well over the years. Really familiar with that game?
Zelda 1 is another game I grew up with. It's one of my most played NES games, along with Mega Man.
Nice. And if you're interested in playing both the Zelda 1 and Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer, those are both developed by F. Coughlin, who's also a participant in the tournament. So, thank you to him for making both of those, and wouldn't be able to play these randomizers otherwise. A lot of tournaments revolving around both randomizers.
Yeah, I am. Just about. Oh, I try to catch Fred's streams every time he makes a randomizer or he edits one or whatever. Because I've been one of the ones from the beginning or near the beginning. So yeah, it's been around for a while, and I try to play them as much as I can because it's pretty fun.
Very cool. Yeah, Fred, the developer of it, will make updates and work on it on stream, which is really cool to see the behind the process and how things are put together. Way. So Theseawolf is in the dark area, just entering the hands and then taking a U-turn back to the fortress here in World 8.
Yeah. I also, I'm not sure if you noticed, my screen was a little laggy in a few areas. But
yeah, go ahead. Can you repeat that? You may have cut it out there.
I was saying that I'm not sure if you noticed, I was lagging or like freezing up every so many minutes or so on my stream.
If I did, I would have just I thought it may have been something else. Was it on your end as well? I mean, it wasn't affecting the gameplay. It was just the stream.
Well, I mean, I am. Up until today, I was using XSplit, and I decided to try OBS.
I see.
So, because when I stream, I noticed there's like feedback that you can hear when someone watching my stream.
I see.
It. And I'm not sure if it's my computer or if it's XSplit or if it's Twitch. So I decided to use OBS to see if that was the solution or not. Did
it help?
If it is a solution, but it makes my games choppy, I might just have to stick with the sound effects because the slowdowns mess me up a lot, and it almost cost me a few deaths.
Gotcha. Theseawolf finishing up the fortress right before Bowser's Castle. He's got a hammer suit. See if he can hold on to it. Haven't said anything. Third laser nicked him.
I have like almost 4 full sets of items also. I just like picking up items. I hate leaving them. Like, granted, it's it's a race and it's a speedrun, but
right, it's tough though. So tempting. Pick up everything.
Not only that, but every item is good for different situations. Like for me, I try to keep the clouds for like our levels are like annoying.
Mm-hmm.
It was like that one ice level that I tried to play, but I died, so I used a P-wing to beat it.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, generally I like to use the wings for the hardest levels, and then the locks, of course. Try to use those for like world 6 or 7. Like, to me, those are the hardest 2 worlds. The other worlds are, moderately easy.
That makes sense. So we see Theseawolf taking advantage of Bowser's hitbox, staying right in front of him, right in him, really. One more layer of bricks.
Yeah, I was talking to Theseawolf in the IRC, and we're both, like, only had like 3 to 4 games, so in one's match between us.
Right.
I check from time to time because I was assuming because I game over pretty early in the game. And Lawso and Duckfist finished so early, I was like, they must play. I'm pretty sure they play the game a lot more than we do. So
yeah, I believe Lawso and Duckfist speedrun the game regularly. I know Lawso mentioned it. It does help, but it's not required. It wasn't a requirement for this tournament, just for entry to this tournament.
It brings down your overall, but say that's about it. I mean, yeah, it gives you a better average, and it makes you more.
Theseawolf, congratulations!
Thank you.
Congratulations on finishing. I gathered that was one of your. How many times have you played through the randomizer?
Oh, about 8 times perhaps. Nothing
Okay.
too crazy. No, that was the some oddball things there. World 6 that beat down from the Fire Brothers. That was a
Theseawolf, congratulations.
And yeah, World 4 was angry. Those first 4 stages were just hateful things if you were small.
Right. Yeah. That. Go back to the Hammer Brother. Couldn't move. Nothing you could do about that.
Oh, the first one I saw it happened. He walked on me the first time again. I'm like, crap, it's gonna be the same guys again. I had to kill him now. It's gonna be trouble. And the hitbox didn't cooperate with the first one on the top there. So I stomped on him and it counted as a hit against me. And I died immediately afterwards. I was like, okay, well now cut to the next 8 deaths of me just being underwater, trying to dodge 4 fireballs in the first 2 seconds.
Right.
Yeah, the Fireball Hammer Brothers with the water at the bottom is probably the worst because
if you're small, like if you're big, it doesn't matter because the water effects doesn't affect you. If you're small, you're done.
Yeah.
There's no other way around it.
Yeah.
So I've been asking the others this as well. Theseawolf, what is your experience with Super Mario Brothers 3, just in general?
I just played years ago, like as a kid. Had the Nintendo Power. The double feature of triple feature was Final Fantasy Ninja Gaiden and SMB3 strategy guides in one go.
Nice.
Played the game a lot as a kid. Never beat it as a kid. I always got to World 7 and just couldn't get past like 3 or 4 of the pipe stages, the plant stages. Yeah, never really got past Bowser's Castle as a kid. And I've just been watching a lot of the randomizer the last couple months. It's been in beta for a long time. I watched some of the beta seeds, like from Feedrunners, Lily, Sky, and Fred.
Right.
And finally got my hands on the game itself. So yeah, I finally started playing it through and just enjoy it for fun. So it's an interesting way to look at the game. And the game is beatable. Like the randomizer itself, like if you play it long enough, you'll beat the game. It's not like an impossible situation that can be set up. It's just really hard sometimes, but you just gotta keep chewing on it.
Yeah, between the level layouts and the enemy placements can be some really tricky stages, which we saw here tonight.
But I was making every wrong choice. Like I was throwing the needle. Like there's a platform and a platform to jump on. I would fit the space in the middle. I'm trying to think back. Was it 7-2, the underground spot where it's just that maze? You have to hit the coin blocks, go back around, and
oh yeah,
the fish kept spawning, and the power Goombas are coming out of nowhere. They're all weak enemies. They're all like the Goombas and Chupas and one little fish. They're happening over and over again. They're just swarming at you. It's insane.
She killed me also in the ice level.
Yeah, it was I thought it was bad. It was pretty sure I had to go back and do half it again because I got murdered by the Hammer Brothers. But no, that wasn't too bad. 4 again, small. You had the 7-2, which is a swarm, and then you had that pipe stage where it's just all piped all the time, and you actually had to spawn. Like, I didn't get past that spot on that stage until I had the most spawns at the same time. So they basically were popping out the fire and going back in at the same time. I had to like force the spawn in a certain direction to make them actually passable.
Right. So this was your first match as well?
Yeah, definitely. Yes, our group's been a little slow in the uptake, unfortunately.
There's still time. There's still time to get your matches in next week and a half.
Of course. I have to get a hold of. I haven't heard how to hear of the one, and I'm sure that would be easy. But yeah, I'm not looking forward to winning any matches. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to go there, do my own 3, and happily watch the rest. But no, it's a good time. I mean, and the randomizer itself is a lot of fun.
I'm surprised we haven't versus in Zelda Randomizer, but I mean, that's really surprising. But I had game over on the first dungeon in this randomizer.
Yeah, I was going pretty smooth till I hit the World 6 and got beat up, and then World 4 gave me the business for a good 20 minutes. But yeah, no, the first... Yeah, I'm trying to start cut you off there. But yeah, in my experience playing the randomizer, to see that beaten. If you get past World 1, okay, get some heart, get some health, get some a few items, get yourself a few 1-ups. Right. Okay. Getting started is hard because you have 5 lives and you have 2 stages that are awful to get go. You might just die and start over again, over and over again, no resources. So World 1 is always the hardest world, I think, just because you're basically going at small Mario and hope you get lucky.
But honestly, I honestly did enjoy having the hardest dungeon first, because you get it out the way. And that's what you have to worry about it.
Yes.
If it's further into the game, you have items for it, but it's fine.
Yeah, it was painful. Wasn't 7F2, so I could deal with that.
that World 2 though, man, I mean, pretty smooth.
Yeah, a few stages are very smooth. 3 was just simply pipe and go. Was it 3? Yeah, I think 3 was pipe and go.
World 2, you went in the pipe and you went right to the castle.
Oh, 2 is the pipe and go. Okay, but yeah. So 1 stage was a quick go. 6 you had to fight through the whole thing. Bowser's Castle, I could have done the fortress or the navy and been a little faster. Yeah, no, I mean basically it was pretty smooth path through. 7 was fast. I think 7 was 3 or 4 stages. Then you were basically at the big island.
Yep.
So nothing tricky there. Yeah, just a few brutal setup stages, and takes time. And then I don't divulge IRC.
Hammer Brothers.
Yeah, Hammer Brothers was a savage beating. It was just, I know it's possible just to stand you just keep hitting over and over again. So,
we're gonna wrap things up.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna wrap things up. Any final thoughts?
Yep, got a few more rounds to go, and I'm sure you're all having fun watching. So thanks for hanging out for the extra 20 minutes I made you stick around for.
No.
Well, on to my next race in 10 minutes.
Yeah, be sure to follow all the runners here. We have another match coming up here in 10 minutes over on Speed Gaming 3, playing Your Majesty and Duke Firebird. So stay tuned for that. Be sure to follow. Be sure to check out the schedule for upcoming matches as well. Beyond today, follow the runners, and be sure to follow Speed Gaming. I've been Jatab, your guide through this randomizer match. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.